Welcome back to another video. So today we're going to do WRESTLE. This is the third video in the Brawls game series. Hold on, I think it's too loud. Let me do something real quick. Okay. If you didn't hear me last time, I'm sorry, it was too loud. So this is the third video of the Brawls game series, and after this we're going to do Basketball Brawls. Which I don't know why they showed them real sports games, like basketball to basket. Alright, anyway, let's go. I already know how to play this game anyway. Rocky Star. Yeah, this is the Rock Johnson, if you don't know. His real name is Dwayne Johnson, but when he started wrestling, he became famous, and then people called him The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, and Rocky Star. This is Brogan Paul, and it's actually Pogan Paul, Binky Flinch, Brian Lester, and there's also a guy named Bulk Logan, which is actually Hulk Hogan. So Hulk Hogan became a famous American wrestler because in the 1900s, in like wrestling, people were like, the US was losing in wrestling a lot, and that's why they appointed him. Oh, hold on. White Star? It doesn't. Yeah, White Star. Blue Star. Yeah, Blue Star. It's actually Italian, but I don't know. Let's do it. Alright, we're up against Brian Lester for the first match. Jan Cia versus Rey Mystery. Banca Beware versus Romeo Rain. Death Brawlin versus Brogan Paul. Lexi Blister versus Bulk Logan. This is Hulk Hogan, actually. Rip Floor versus Binky Flinch. Rowdy Rousey versus Rody Oregon. And Nacho Man versus Good Thor. Nacho Man is actually more than Macho Mana, but whatever. We have a spectacular matchup today. On this side we have The Rock! And this side we have Are you ready? Let's get it in a rumble.
Let's get it on.
Oh. The first one
On the top rope.
Yeah, bam.
On the top rope. Elbow drop. On the top rope. Elbow drop. On the top rope.
Oh no.
Body slam.
With the body slam.
On the top rope. On the top rope. 1. On the top rope. Body slam.
Body slam.
On the top rope.
Ooh, what the frog splash? Well, that was intense.
On the top rope. On the top rope. Elbow drop.
Wow. Braun is
On the top rope. On the top rope.
slide.
Body slam.
Body slam.
On the top rope. Elbow drop. On the top rope. On the top rope. Elbow drop.
What the?
On the top rope. Elbow drop. On the top rope.
Missed frog splash.
Bam. One.
Elbow.
On the top rope. Elbow drop. On the top rope. Bam.
Body slam. Let's keep it going.
On the top rope. Elbow drop. On the top rope. One.
You can also move with WSD.
On the top rope. Elbow drop. Spear. Suplex.
Keep it going, man. Keep it going, little rock.
With the boot.
Guys ever heard of Bigfoot?
On the top rope. Elbow drop. On the top rope.
You guys ever heard of Bigfoot? A monster? Yeah!
One.
Yeah! Let's keep it going, Rock Johnson. Oh my god. How many rounds
On
are
the
there?
top rope.
Oh no, Rocky! Rocky Star! Oh no, bro! That damage didn't count. Yeah, before?
On the top rope. Elbow drop.
One.
On the top rope. Bam. On the top rope. Bam. On the top rope. Override.
Frog
1, 2.
slash. So close. One.
1, 2.
And around 8. That could have counted. Oh no!
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! With the elbow. Oh no! Brutalized. 1, 2.
We did it! Let's go! You should!
Over.
You should do that. The guy, Brian, was about to hit me when I was down. Yeah, actually, the cheater is not actually a real thing. So, in WWE, sometimes a guy, whenever there's an empty chair, because they have plastic chairs, they would throw it, and then the guy would pick it up, and they bonk him in the head. But there's a rule that can only happen once every 5 rounds, so it doesn't end up being unfair. 9 minutes. All right, John Cena won again versus us. Bianca Belair versus Death Brawlin. Nacho Mon versus Ronnie Oregon. Beaky French versus Lucky Blister. We have a spectacular matchup today. On this side we have The Rock. And on this side we have John Cena. More like John Cena. Are you ready? Let's get ready to
Let's
rumble.
get it on the top rope.
Yeah. What the?
Suplex.
What?
On the top rope. Elbow drop. On the top rope.
No, Rocky not.
On the top rope.
And now round 1.
On the top rope. Elbow drop. Bullseye.
Slide.
Bullseye.
Slide.
top rope. Elbow drop. On the top rope. On the top rope. Elbow drop. On the top rope. On the top rope. Elbow drop. On the top rope.
He's like, what the? No, Rocky!
With the boot. Suplex.
What? Oh my god! Double moves!
With the elbow.
With the elbow. On the top rope.
Elbow drop.
Elbow drop.
On the top rope. Elbow drop. On the top rope. Elbow drop. On the top rope. Elbow drop. On the top rope. Elbow drop. On the top rope.
I missed. 5 elbow drops in a row.
1.
Wow, Jan is at half health. Because of me. Alright, let's see if I can get 6 elbow drops.
On the top rope. Elbow drop. On the top rope. 1.
Alright, let's see if I can get 6 elbow
On the top rope. Elbow drop. On the top rope. Elbow drop. On the top rope.
Oh my god.
1,
Janice
2.
Janice gonna lose. If somebody throws me the chair, I'm gonna be so happy.
On the top rope. That's gotta hurt.
If somebody throws me the chair, I'm gonna be so happy. Nope.
On the top rope. Elbow drop. On the top rope.
Took the pin.
1, 2. Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Oh my god. He's losing.
1, 2.
He's losing. No!
1.
No! He's so low, but now he's gonna get more. Another chair!
Oh, man.
Ooh.
1,
He's done.
2,
He's done.
3.
He's done!
It's over.
Jancy, a leg drop. Leg drop. Alright, Rocky Star. We're up against Death Brawlin. Binky Flinch against Rodney Oregon. We have a spectacular matchup today. On this side we have The Rock. On this side we have Death Brawlin.
Let's get it on. On the top rope. Elbow drop. On the top rope.
Death.
On the top rope. Bam.
Wow, Death lost half of his health on that first round because of my frog splash.
On the top rope. Elbow drop. On the top rope. Elbow drop. On the top rope. Elbow drop. On the top rope. Bam. On the top rope. Elbow drop.
5 elbow drops in a row.
On the top rope. Elbow
6
drop.
elbow drops in a row.
On the top rope.
7
Elbow drop.
elbow drops in a row.
On the top rope.
He said,
Elbow drop.
Whoa, he's low.
1, 2.
That could have been a W win. That ain't going easy.
On the top rope.
Yeah.
1, 2.
Death ain't.
On the top rope. Bam! On the top rope. 1, 2.
I'm gonna be so happy if somebody gets me the chair. Oh no.
Body slam.
Body slam.
On the top rope. Elbow drop. On the top rope.
That could have been frog splash. But the previous one.
On the top rope. Elbow drop. On the top rope. That's gotta
Frog
hurt.
splash.
1, 2, 3.
I got him. Without the chair.
What a match.
I got him. Alright, we're up against Ronnie Oregon. The Rock! And this how we have Ronnie Oregon! Are you ready? Let's get ready to rumble.
Let's get it on the top rope. Elbow drop. Suplex. On the top rope. Bam! On the top rope. Clothesline.
Clothesline takes a lot of energy.
On the top rope.
Ooh, Ronnie.
On the top rope. Elbow drop. On the top rope. On the top rope. Bam! On the top rope. Body slam.
Body slam.
On the top rope.
Ooh. Alright, so Ronnie. Oh my god. What the? I gained my control against the key.
On the top rope. Elbow drop. On the top rope. Boom shakalaka.
Splash. Ooh, chalaka.
On the top rope.
Oh no.
Bam!
Body slam.
On the
This
top
guy
rope.
is the body slam, bro.
Body slam.
Another body slam. A suplex. This guy is twin ties.
On the top rope. Bam! On the top
On the
rope.
top rope.
Elbow drop. On the top rope. Elbow drop. On the top rope. Got
Frog
it.
splash.
1, 2, 3.
We've done it. The Rock does it again. We have done it. John Cena is our bro. The pile driver is a move. The Rock has done it! Yeah!
Welcome to Wrestle Bros.
Let's do another tournament. Alright, instead we're Brian Lester. Oh my. Oh my. Lester for the guy. We're against Roddy Rosie. Where's Rocky Star? Oh, he's not in this tournament. Oh, here he is. Nacho Mall. I know, it's Brian. Rowdy Rosie against Brian Lester. Let's test this guy.
Let's get it on the top rope. Elbow drop. On the top rope.
Ooh,
On the top
yeah.
rope.
In the first round. Brian giving up.
Mile driver. top rope. Bam!
Bigfoot.
Suplex. Suplex.
Another suplex? What? How many suplexes?
On the top rope. Elbow drop. On the top rope.
Oh no, Brian Lester, no!
On the top rope. Elbow drop.
Oh, I should have frog splashed her.
On the top rope. On the top rope. Bam! On the top rope. On the top rope. Bam! On the top rope. Bam! On the top rope. Bam! On the top rope.
3
Body
armor
slam.
drops.
Oh no! Oh no! Boom shakalaka!
This guy really knows
One.
how it's done. We just lost another cheater.
On the top rope. Elbow drop.
Wow. Alright, so Rowdy Rousey is actually kind of strong.
On the top rope. Elbow drop. On the top rope.
Oh.
On the top rope.
Oh.
On the top rope.
It takes a lot of strength.
Fire
Oh.
One.
I think everybody's the same. Oh my god! I could have frog splashed her.
On the top rope. Elbow drop. On the top rope.
No, Rowdy Rousey with the
Suplex.
suplex! With the body slam!
Oh no! You're out of it.
The chair is staying there! Oh, this is gonna be my...
On the top rope. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, you're out of it. Suplex.
Suplex! We just not lost another cheater.
Clothesline.
Clothesline!
On the top rope.
What? What? Ouch! What is that move? She carried me. That's so funny.
On the top rope.
Ooh, sneaky flinch.
On the top rope.
I How strong is this girl?
On the top rope.
What the kick? What the pile driver?
Oh no!
Oh no.
Suplex. Oh no!
Even running, the chair stayed there. Again.
Oh, brutalized. 1, 2.
Come on. Oh, come on. Uh-oh. Alright, we gotta defend her.
Speared. Oh no! Bam. 1, 2.
Oh, she's so close.
On the top rope. Bam. 1.
Oh my god, she can solo. Ron is getting a comeback.
On the top rope. 1. On the top rope. On the top rope. Elbow drop. On the top rope. Clothesline. 1, 2, 3.
We've done it! We defeated Fever.
It's over.
With Brian. Let's go. We have a spectacular match tonight. This side we have The Rock. Okay, who we up against? Rocky Star. We're up against The Rock. Yeah, let's get it
Let's get it on the
Yeah.
top rope. Elbow drop. On the top rope.
Chicken
Elbow
nugget.
drop.
Have you ever watched the Minecraft movie? I love that movie.
On the top rope.
Chicken
Elbow
nugget.
drop.
Wow. We just able.
On the top rope. Bam.
Alright, we're gonna do a clothesline.
With the elbow.
Elbow. That's good enough.
Body slam.
Wow, we just touched Rocky hard.
On the top rope. Bam.
Now
1.
no, Rocky. Clothesline.
On the top rope. On the top rope. Elbow drop. 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 On the top rope. Bam.
Another elbow drop.
On the top rope.
Four.
With the boot. Body slam.
With the body slam.
On the top rope.
Oh no.
On the top rope. Elbow drop. On the top rope.
This guy doesn't have good
1.
defense, but whatever. I'm gonna stay on to use it.
1. On the top rope. Elbow drop. On the top rope. Bam. On the top rope. Elbow drop. On the top rope.
Wow.
1.
We're Brian.
Suplex.
Hurts.
Oh no. That's gotta hurt. 1, 2, 3.
We've done it. We've defeated The Rock.
What a match.
I'm gonna tell you some tips right after this championship. Alright. So we're up against Rodney Oregon.
Let's get it on the top rope.
It's
On the top rope.
Elbow
Elbow drop. On the top rope. Bam. Body slam. On the top rope. On the top rope. Elbow drop. On the top rope.
Chair.
Oh, bam. 1.
Wow.
1, 2. On the top rope. Elbow drop. On the top rope. On the top rope. Elbow drop. 1, 2.
So one of the tips is going
On the
to
top rope. Elbow drop. On the top rope. Elbow drop.
Wow. Ron is going to lose. Big time.
1, 2.
Wow. That was so close.
On the top rope. Elbow drop.
I wish I should have frog splashed him.
On the top rope. Bam! On the top rope. Pile driver. On the top rope. Elbow drop. 1.
Wow. He's losing health one by
On the top rope. Elbow drop. On the top rope. Body slam. On the top rope. Bam! On the top rope.
Yeah.
Pile driver.
Pile driver.
On the top rope. Bam! On the top rope. Suplex.
He's down. He's so down.
Body slam.
What? He still was able to do that with zero health.
On the top rope. Bam! On the top rope. Body slam. Pile driver. On the top rope. Elbow drop. On the top rope.
Frog
Bam!
splash. No.
1.
No, so close. Cheer.
Double shakalaka. 1, 2, 3.
We go to
What a match!
We've done it. Alright, missile tattoo is a move. John Cena. Let's do that. Alright, we're up against John Cena. We have a spectacular matchup tonight. On this side we have The Rock. On this side we have John Cena. Let's get ready
Let's
to
get it
rumble.
on the top rope.
We faced this opponent in the last championship.
On the top rope. On the top rope.
Ooh, we're gonna do a clothesline.
With the elbow.
I could have frog splashed.
On the top rope. Bam! On the top rope. Elbow drop. On the top rope.
Frog
Got
splash.
it. 1. On the top rope. Bam!
Wow. We did a frog splash.
On the top rope. With the boot.
Bigfoot.
Clothesline.
Oh, this game is so fun.
1. On the top rope.
Chicken chop.
Home, home, home.
Oh,
Bam!
pile driver hit cheater.
On the top rope. On the top rope. Bam! On the top rope.
What?
Severed. With the elbow.
Ooh, that's what
1,
you get, Jay.
2. Clothesline. On the top rope.
It's
Body slam.
Body slam. Somebody please throw the chair again. I want somebody to throw the chair again. I order you.
On the top rope. Suplex on the top rope. 1, 2, 3.
We got him! Wait, why am I like that? We got him! We've got him! We've got him. Brian Lister wins!
Welcome to Wrestle Bros.
Oh, you can click the Karate Bros. What the? I didn't know there was a Karate Bros. Wow. Okay, hold on. What? I did not know there was a Karate Bros in this game. How much? What? That's so weird. That is so weird. Alright, let's just play one
Choose your
game.
fighter.
Oh, wait. I know this guy. This guy was from Karate Kid. This guy was from Karate Kid. That guy was from Karate Kid. Let's just play one game. Oh, we have ads. Of course, ads.
Tremendous is a free platform that allows businesses to send gift cards and money to recipients in over 200 countries. It's global.
Alright. What?
Get ready. Fight. Point.
Punt.
Round 2.
What is this?
Point.
Point. Oh no. We're losing. How do you play this game? Head kick.
Round 3. Point.
Point! Again?
Round 4. Point.
Oh boy. Combo kick.
Round 5. Point.
Point! Match point for whatever this guy.
Round 6.
We can't let this guy win.
Point.
Alright. Alright, so now we're gonna give you some tips on how to succeed in Wrestle Bros. And other Bros games too, probably. Alright, so when you saw at the beginning of the game, at the beginning of the video, you saw me go on top of the rope on the first round and do an elbow drop. So yeah, you have to try to do an elbow drop whenever the chance has given. Another tip is to, whenever a guy's trying to do the Bigfoot and it might not work for some bros, just press S if you're left-handed or down if you're right-handed like me to just defense and hold. However, the guy might find out you're smart and after 4 punches, the defense gets backfired. Another tip is to try to do a frog splash, but sometimes it might not work because you either miss and then they do a body slam. And also, when a guy is down and it's close to the top rope, sure, you can do 1 frog splash, but not 2, because then the guy will pick you up and throw you. I don't know what that move is called. Maybe the missile tattoo, that's what I've been looking for. I have no idea. Also, opponents rarely do elbow drops. And yeah, whenever that happens, try to move him whatever you want before you have to release him. And lastly, the last tip before we go is just try to improve with all your with all your skills. In soccer balls, there's a practice mode, but not all of them. So, yeah, that's the tips. And that might work for a baseball bros too. Like you always try to hit the ball, and only you are given granted one swing. What the heck? What happened? Sorry guys, something happened, but at least we're still live. So what I try to say is try to keep, you're only given granted one swing, so try to hit it your best. It doesn't have to be a home run or a grand slam. Just try to do a hit and, yeah. Also, just try to run whenever. Just when the opportunity is granted, just try to press space and run. And your arrow keys don't help unless you are fielding. So when you're fielding, you see this star, this ring star. Try this star ring. Try to be in the center or close to it so you can catch the ball and do a fly out. Anyway, that was the end of our video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want more Bros videos. And so the Bros Games series has extended one episode more. When we come back, we're going to do Basket Bros. And you're going to see all the drama like flushes, three-pointers, and from way downtown. And after that is going to be Karate Bros. And after Karate Bros is soccer. And yeah, that's the wrap-up of our own Bros Game series. And Parkour Builders series reminder, it will be at the end of Bros Games, the series. Anyway, keep watching, keep gaming, and as always, goodbye.